How's everybody on a Wednesday afternoon? Yeah, my computer time's about 25 seconds slow. Should have changed that, but we'll just jump in now. There we go. How's everybody on a Wednesday afternoon? Bridget, first one in my shop today. Everyone, always welcome in my shop. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone from Wilcox, Arizona. What's on your bench today? That's exactly right. Hope everybody's got something good on your bench. I think that's one of the reasons us Leathercrafters are just happy folks. We always have something to look forward to when we get home from work or whatever we're out and about doing. We got a project we can go home, sit down in our shop, concentrate on that. And a lot of times with projects, if they're difficult, something we can really sink our teeth into, all those other thoughts, stress, whatever's going on in our world, kind of backs off, kind of takes a back seat. We can concentrate, gives us a little bit of breather. And I always say, in the evenings, we could sit on the sofa, hold that sofa down, make sure it doesn't escape. 3, 4 hours watching TV. The next morning, we can't remember a single show or commercial we watched. But if we spend that time making a project, oh yeah, all the difference in the world. So anyway, I've got my very expensive glasses and they're crooked. I just noticed that. So how's how's that? Yeah, right. I bought like a 3-pack for 9.99. I'm down to the last ones and I stepped on them. So there's $9 down the drain. Yeah, I'm sure my optometrist is going, yes, get the 3 for $10 pack. Those will be good for your eyes. Right. So anyway, Levi, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Please forgive me if I'm not, but hello from the Czech Republic. Finally made it for live. I'm glad you did make it for live. Honored to have you with us. Absolutely. Come on in, make yourself at home. You're amongst some good people, some good people. Our Leathercraft family. Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about leather, probably food, ribs, steak. Those might pop up. But how about today? Let's talk. How about some tricks and tips? How about a couple of funny stories? I've got two. I can get the ball rolling on that. But in a few words, if you want to put in a funny story, something that's happened to you in your shop that nobody's going to believe, oh, drop it in. Can't wait to hear this one. So, and it's the middle of summer, the dog days of summer. It's a nice time to tuck into a nice air conditioned shop and make something beautiful. Yeah, that's only like 88 here, maybe something high 80s. Humidity's like 70 or more percent. It's uncomfortable. It really is. I will complain most all winter, but I reserve the right to complain for a lot of the summer too. So, anyway, I hope everybody's doing all right. Maz Cooper, Nan Parsons. Good to see your name pop up, Nan and Maz. Nan, I've got a wallet on my bench today. Ooh, just about to finish the assembly. I hope it's beautiful. Is it for you? Is it for a friend? Is it for selling at a booth? I'd love to know. Um, yeah, and then of course, hey Levi Maz, good to see overseas friends. It really is. It really is. I'm glad y'all can join us. We never really knew what time to do the live because we didn't see it coming up. Is it like being a worldwide thing? I mean, just weren't thinking that way. So we picked Wednesday afternoon, middle of the afternoon, hoping that will help. I think we did one or two on Friday. Oh, I can't remember. It's 5 years ago. We've been doing these 5 years, almost 5.5 now. I think we started right in COVID. So way to connect. We were all stuck at home. And I think March of 2020, maybe somewhere in there. Funny thing, we don't actually know. And I don't, with all the digital everything, I don't even think we can figure out when the first live was. But no, it doesn't matter. Glad y'all are here. That's all that counts. Let's get together, talk some tricks and tips and funny things that happen in our shop. And I've got a bunch of stuff to look at over here. Got a couple of topics. I'm going to try to stay on script today. Um, Not necessary. No, but this is the meat of the live, and I really should be over here. But from day one, it's always been my thought, crap, what if nobody shows up? What am I going to do for an hour? Yeah, we're not going there. I'm not going to do tell some jokes, right? Yeah, we've left that way behind. So, anyway, M. Yep, life has a way of getting in the way. It sure does. But it's join us on the live. Let's start there. Join us when you can. Jump in, jump out. We've got jobs, we've got homes, we've got lives, we've got things going, kids, pets. Just jump in, say hello. Don't say hello. Just jump in, hang for a minute, move on when you have to. We're happy you're here whenever. That's the biggest point. We're happy that you're here. Um, Okay, Em, finally getting back to enjoying the lives. Been MIA for about a year and a half. Well, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back, and I hope it'll be interesting. We got some fun stuff to look at, got some good tricks and tips to talk about, and I need to slow down when I say that because that could go very south very quickly. Yeah, I misspelled Chuck on the title for the live. Chuck Dorsett just not paying attention. Yeah, we would have gotten a whole different crowd in here had that gone through. And spell check. My enemy. Oh, let's don't even go there. Let's keep it on food and leather. Let's keep it on leather today. How about that? So, but I do hope everyone's got something good on your workbench. I started a prototype for the next video. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I've kind of worked it into the tricks and tips so it doesn't sound so bad. I kind of sneak it in. But anyway, so also 10-year anniversary. I need to mention that. I've been at Weaver 10 years on Friday. Friday. I know, July. Let's see, June, January, February, March, April, 31 days in July, right? That's the old saying. I don't even remember the saying, but the one for I before E, except after C on Tuesdays and Thursdays in months that end with a I. I think that's right. Don't hold me to that. I think that's right, though. Yeah. Receipt, receive, there. Yeah. On that side, thank goodness for spell check. On the other side, when it turns hey into MMR star 11, what? How do you get that from hey? So anyway, it's a love-hate thing. It's a love-hate thing. Anyway, let's see what we've got going here. Um, Ted Chase, bless your heart, Ted. Thank you for that. Yeah, 10 years. That's 9 years and 364 days longer than I've been at any other job. Not really. It's only about 3 years, but still longer than I've been at any other job. 10 years. Loved every minute of it. Love Weaver. Love y'all. Love doing the projects. Love your comments on the projects. Bless your heart for that. They mean more than you know. They really do. They really do. Jerry King is with us. Jerry, good to see your name pop up. Hope Donna is doing well. Donna had some surgery. I'm hoping recovery is moving faster than they thought it would. I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that. Let's see, Mass Cooper, wondering if it will be an extended live today. We kind of didn't really do a lot. I don't know if I just kind of got forgotten, at the mothership or whatever. So not a lot went into this other than Miriam, bless her heart. Balloons. Miriam sent me some balloons for my 10th anniversary. Love them. I don't know if I've ever gotten balloons. Those are going to be in my shop until they deflate. Then I'm going to take at least one and pin it up on my shop wall. Miriam, thank you for that. Absolutely. This whole thing wouldn't happen without Miriam. I will tell you that. She is great. Okay, Shane, excuse me. Shane, let's see. You should do a video on making a musketeer hat. Why have we not? I've got bush hat on the list. But now, bush hat, I don't really wear hats much at working in the yard or hunting or whatever. But I've been wanting a bush hat, is on the list. I don't know why musketeer hat did the big brim, fold up, concho feathers. Oh, it's on the list. Or it will be transferred to the list here very shortly. Shane, good one on that one. I've got a good design where we don't have to mold a dome. I've got a good design on that. It's relatively easy to do. On the list, I promise, and we'll bump that up. There's a corporate, or Miriam and a couple other folks at the mothership will say, hey, we need a video on so-and-so, or search results, right? And all the statistics and analytics, all that. We need a video on certain product. I'm like, oh, great idea, great idea. I'll put that on the list. Okay, so 6 of those come in before I get the next one done. So again, I think now I haven't done the math on this, maybe a year ago, um, but I like to try to add 3 new products into every video. Um, so I figured out that I only have to do 350 more videos. I think that's right. Three comes up to about, yeah, like 7 years, maybe. Actually, that's not right. I can't remember because it came up to like 101 product or 100. Anyway, the point is, I'm here for a bit. And there's the other point to that is there's no end to the things we can make out of leather. And it's just unbelievable. I've been at it 40 years, maybe give or take, maybe a little more. I'm still getting project ideas never thought of. Just out of left, not even left field. Things I've been looking at my whole life. Why can't we make that out of leather? And so, okay, I'll put it on the list. So the list is now 3.5 pages long, maybe 4 pages. I haven't looked, but so anyway, what a great craft. We can make so much. We can make everything we wear and more, right? And we did a great video. And I mentioned in the video, I felt like I was going through TSA, right? Because I took off all the leather stuff, and I'm not dressed like I work in a leather shop. Hat, vest, right, all the accoutrement. Um, and I think we still came out with 11 products made out of leather. It's like 4 products. If we count socks as one, it's like 4 fabric products, 11 leather products, belt, sheath, credit card case, car keys, cell case, boots or shoes, cuff, watch band, belt. Did I mention belt? I mean, wow, how many things can we make? And we can make shirts and pants and skirts and cloaks and hats and underwear. Not really probably a fan of that, but everything else. So, what a great craft we have, full of great people. How cool is that? It is what a blast to be able to get together with everybody. It really is. And I just see the comments flying by, and I want to answer every one of them. Um, yeah, Tim Wagster, Miriam, she is awesome. And thank you again. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Mark Morris, it's a good point. If you don't like your job, you will always be miserable. Again, the old saying, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Yeah, I might argue that. I might argue that point. If you do what you love between like, oh, I don't know, 10 and maybe 2, right? Let's roll in about 10, do a little work, eat lunch, big long lunch, right? Nap, maybe, and then knock off around 2-ish. Now, see, that is a better idea. And still, I'm pushing for that 2-day work week, 5-day weekend. Yeah, I, I think it's a good idea. I did, and I seem to find a lot of people that also agree with me. But anyway, so let's see. Uh oh, and Levi, watch it afterwards every time. And I'm sure for the folks on the other side of the world, of course, my nose starts out. Why did anyway? It's like 9 at night in England. Oh gosh, Australia went at like 3 in the morning or so, and you can't be expected to watch that, right? Um, but that you see it, it's all that matters. And it's cool that you got to join live. Glad you're here with us. Absolutely. Um, Tammy Ramatko, happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. Yeah, it's not Friday, but I think if we look real hard, we can see Friday from here. Yeah, it's the best time of the week. Last half hour before quitting time on Friday, and that first half hour after quitting time. It's the best time of the week. Then, of course, Monday comes along and smacks you right in the face. Yeah, lovely. How about we just take Mondays off? Why don't we just do a 3-day weekend? Tuesday to Friday. Yeah, I don't see a problem there. Anyway, if I were king, yeah, things would be a little bit different. Yeah, I hadn't been coronated yet. So I just don't know how the time goes so bloody fast on these. I hadn't even got off the first page yet. Whoa, Chuck, good organization. All right, so it's giveaway day. Giveaway day. And the boss has Give us a little leeway here. A little bit. I pushed hard. Yeah, yeah, right. It's just we got to stay inside the U.S. on this. The boss says we can't, but because we're giving away 6 items this time. All right. So first off, all right. So we're gonna have a winner. Then we're gonna have 5 runner-ups. All right. So for the winner, fire veg, a side of fire veg. Oh, I love this leather. I love it. We did the little knee pouch out of this. My wife loves these because she rides horse. We've got a horse. There's no way about it. My wife has a horse. But anyway, that can sit right on the top of her boots. Cell phone right there. Easy to get to. Anyway, that's the fire veg. Couple of gorgeous colors, but we've got a nice grain to it. So I should have looked. I I was thinking 45 ounce, but I don't think so. I think that feels like a 3 to 4 ounce. But anyway, it's got some good body to it. Beautiful. I love that blue. So anyway, the word is fire. Fire. Contiguous US only. Um, so everybody put in the word fire. That enters you into the giveaway. At 3:45, Miriam's going to pick somebody to win the fire badge, and then 5 more to get a cool coffee cup from Weaver. So you can drink your coffee in style, and I hope you can drink your coffee in good health. If you don't drink coffee, good cup of tea. But anyway, so 5 winners are going to get a Weaver coffee cup. All right. So at 3:45, we'll pick somebody. I'll tell you what all has to happen then. Easy enough. Send us an email. And if you win the leather, tell us which color. Yeah. So look at the website for that. Pick a pretty color. I love the fire veg. I really do. Want to use that for more project videos. Um, so anyway, fire is the entry word. It is on. Good luck to everybody. I hope you win a nice piece of fire veg, or at the very least, a coffee cup. Yeah. So, okay. Let's see. Let's jump back over here. Um, yeah, Shane Sesson, the tricorns. I just for those of us that aren't really into the costuming side, humorous for a minute because that's kind of my end. I love the costuming stuff. We've got 2 sword belts coming up that are cool. These are old designs I've had. I designed these probably 30 years ago, but they're very period. I wouldn't say absolutely historically accurate, but they're pretty damn close and they're cool. So, got 2 of those. There we go. Because I just thought of a 3rd one. Yeah, so I'll pick the best ones there. But anyway, that's my love is the costuming end. But the tricorn. Oh, for us costume pirate folks. Oh man, yeah. Oh, in the Three Musketeer era, which I absolutely love. Oh, all kinds of great project ideas there. Anyway, okay, good one. Got that on the list. Let's see. Let me progress a little bit. And everything just goes so fire, 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 fire. I'm glad that's a good giveaway. Good. That one was Miriam's idea. The fire veg was Miriam's idea. So let's see. Oh man, Mike T working Mondays and Wednesdays only now since January. The rest of the week is for leather silversmithing. Oh man, I am all questions. That is something I would love to do. That and blacksmithing. Ah, maybe those are post retirement, right? Objectives, maybe. Um, oh, David Kincaid watching from the Ozark Leather Artisans Guild booth. Oh, at the Ozark Empire Fair, teaching stamping to kids today. David, what a blast! That all I can suggest is a little Tylenol. Wait on it. What? Yeah, because the kids, you like sometimes we just did a vacation Bible school at my church, and I had a little table. Kids could stamp. What I'm talking about is kind of often you got to hold the stamp or the setter, and man, that knuckle's gonna get hammered more than once, but so worth it. And the other point to the Advil or the Tylenol is that or Advil, whatever you like, what's your preference, right? Is if you've got 15 kids stamping, da 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 times 15. Wow, but what a blast. What a blast. I hope y'all have a great time and I hope the kids love it. I know they will. Very cool, David. Good deal on that one. Um, Robert K. Robert K. Uh, night for today. We have 4 acres and 15 animals. A day off is just unpaid work. You're exactly right. For homeowners, it's work or chore. What day is today? Do I work or do I chore today? Yeah, and that list. Oh man, that's a long list as well. Uh let's see. Fred, nice, Fred. You're most welcome on that. Thanks for your videos. I made a battery bag that I attached to my e-bike frame, and on the other side, I put a bag for a heavy-duty chain lock. Very cool. And both got good balance on that. Excellent project. Perfect project. Something you can use and love, and there we go. Very nice. Um, yeah, okay, Shane, Weaver merch, would be a good giveaway. You're absolutely right. We've got great hoodies, but and that's kind of been around my mind lately. I'm like, I don't want to give away hoodies in the middle of August, right? So maybe as we get towards the fall, we'll do some giveaways because we got hats and hoodies and sweatshirts and all kinds of great stuff to give away. Good idea, though. Good, because I'm always thinking leather and tools and liquids, and things like that we can use in our shop. But I love our hoodies. So, well, on the list there. Um, okay, fire, fire, fire. Very nice. Oh, we've got a vet. My folks live on the other side of town. We go about once a week. There's a veterinary between us. Every time I go by, they've got a new funny sign up. Um, Great one. It said, taking a dog named Shark to the beach was a bad idea. Oh, right. And the other side coming, so we see the other side coming back, coming home. And it was oh what oh, I went to a zoo that only had one animal. It was a Shih Tzu. So, I mean, keep us laughing. Absolutely, absolutely. Same with us in our craft. Let's keep laughing because we got the best craft going. Let's have a good time with it. Um, okay, Joe South. I need to get some easy projects so I can take with me in the truck and get bored a lot. I bet. At my previous job, we had a truck driver that would sit in the back of his rig at night and tool. And I just remember him, great guy. I mean, mostly that's why I remember him. But his specialty, his favorite projects were journal covers with graffiti. Like because he traveled so much, whenever he'd see some really good graffiti, he'd take a picture of it, then he'd tool that. Some of them were just gorgeous. Like they'd have like a Mickey Mouse character. You could see the glint in their eye. He really did some great work. So yeah, Joe, great idea. You're exactly right. Um, I'll see if I can do I try to spice it up, a more easy project and then a more difficult, intermediate, easy leather element prep. Try to mix them up, right? So I'll keep that in mind, Joe. I'll keep that in mind and see if I can't come up with some good projects for you because that's great. That's instead of wasting an evening doing nothing, man, have a great time making something beautiful. Uh, yeah, okay, Sierra Mooney. Sierra, glad you're with us. Absolutely. Um, I'm making a case pad for a watchmaker right now. Wow. You probably add that to the list. Absolutely. Wow. So yeah, I got to put some thought into that one. Very cool. Very cool. Um, okay, let's see. Weaver helping out. Scott Clark there. Excellent, y'all. Thank you, Miriam. Thanks for helping out there. Yeah, yeah, good. Again, about the kids, that's great. We did one on teaching a class. Did 2 videos on that. Um, But the kids, you don't really have to. I mean, I tell you what, give them a 8 by 2 inch piece of veg tan wet. Give them a couple of stamps and a mallet, and you can walk away. 45 minutes later, they have made an absolute masterpiece, a work of art. Now, for us, probably we would not agree, but to them, they made the coolest thing they've ever seen. And that's so rewarding to just walk. They see them walk away. Mom, look what I. That's a blast. But the kids' classes, they don't take a lot of prep, right? A couple of tools, a mallet, and some wet leather. So, excuse me. Great comments. Um, 3 man. 3 man, glad you're with us. Congratulations. Congratulations to whoever wins the prizes. Concerning getting the hands hit with a mallet, I do it every day. Kids certainly learn something new. And they do. You can tell they love it. And who knows? They could have those little things they could look at that when they're 58. They open up a book or a Bible and they look at that and think, I made that when I was 8 years old. That's cool. That's very cool. Uh, Oh, Susan M. Okay, let's see. Love the Western Crunch for tote bags. Can't tell how many people who stop at our booth and just to smell the leather wish all would purchase something. If they did, I could retire. You get that at the booth. That, oh, I love the smell of leather. And in the back of our mind, yeah, buy something, take it home, and you can take that with you. We don't say that out loud, but it's our thought, right? But oh, the smell of leather. Right. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of us don't smell it anymore. We're so used to it, um, which I hate. But new side comes in, new piece of leather comes in, you roll it out, you can definitely smell leather. It's a good smell. So, uh, Shane, yeah, the zoo joke was fun. I tell you, every time we go over there, the vet has a new funny sign on both sides every time. Yay to them for going to the trouble to do that. That's very cool. Um, Levi, international giveaway. I really pushed on that one. I shipping cost, and one more that we're a little worried about. It's not some is import tax or tariffs. We really don't want somebody on that end to might possibly pay more than the gift or whatever's worth to receive it. That'd almost be insulting. And so that's almost with me, that's a little more important than the shipping costs. But yeah, the shipping costs have just gotten some nuts over the last couple of years. Maybe with a little luck, those are going to start to maybe recede a little. And if that happens, then the boss will say yes. The boss. So Levi, just know that I'm on it. I'm working on that one always because I hate that. I hate that. I know. Anyway, I'll keep working on it. I promise you I'll keep working on that one. Uh, I I don't need kids' help. Sometimes I miss and hit my own knuckles. Right? You ever hit yourself in the head with a mallet? Yeah, I would never do that. I mean, like this week, I've done that. Not a lot. Once or twice, maybe somewhere in there, but and your first thought is, your first thought isn't, am I okay? Your first thought is, did anybody see that? Then our thought is, okay, did I crack my skull? Am I okay? Am I bleeding? Right. That's your second thought. Your first thought is, oh man, I hope nobody saw that. Right. So sometimes it's good that we work in our shop, typically alone, right? Sometimes that's good. Um, oh, good. Back and forth. I'm not going to jump in some of these. Y'all back and forth. I'm the bus driver. Y'all party in the back. Absolutely. I'll keep it between the lines. Well, probably not. But anyway, keep it going that direction. Yeah, actually, the clock does that. I got nothing to do with that. But, and also on that other point about giving away stuff, I'm glad the boss is there because I'd give crap. I'd give a lot of stuff away. Yeah, and at the end of the year, his CEO would come to me and say, Chuck, you know what? It's like, ooh, that's a meeting I don't want to have. Right. So luckily she kind of restricts it a little bit because I'd be giving away 4-ton presses and 303s and anyway. Uh let's see. Uh Oh, I know. So of course, it jumped out. You can make your own hardware. Wow, that would be cool. Yeah, a long way from doing that. Uh, okay, Tanis. Glad you're with us, Tanis. Good to see your name pop up. Would Weaver ever to open up more satellite stores? I don't know. The minute I walked in the door, that was the first thing I was preaching. We need retail stores. And we have a retail store. At the time, that was Weaver's attempt to get a feel, to get a bite of a retail store, to kind of try to learn all the little variables that go into. There's so many. I mean, from business licenses to there's so much that's got to go into this hiring and inventory and the right spot. I mean, just the right location. The wrong location will kill you in a month. Yeah. So there's so much that goes in. I haven't heard um I haven't heard any further talk on that, but I will promise you this. If Weaver opens a store in Atlanta, and that was my push, we need one in Atlanta because it's central to the southeast. The travel to and from Florida, east, west, the whole 9 yards. Atlanta would be a perfect place. Um, so I promise you this. If by chance Weaver ever opens a store in Atlanta, I'll be running that store. I will absolutely be running that store. I might mention it again. I mean, they don't listen to me. They don't listen to me. A lot of instances. I mean, we're not going to go into those old chestnuts, but they don't listen to me. So, anyway, all right, let's see. Hey, Bob Lynch. Good day, Chuck from New Jersey. Love Southern New Jersey. My wife, Jill, her dad and brother live in Vineland. Love it. We were just up there about 5, 6 weeks ago. The food and the people. I love Vineland, New Jersey. It's just farmland. Oh, the tomatoes and the onions and the corn and the okay. Right? Anyway, I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad New Jersey is represented today. The great state of New Jersey. Absolutely. Uh Randy Bradley. Hello from Oklahoma. Right in the middle. Been through Oklahoma. Been through it. Haven't spent a lot of time there. I just remember, I'm trying to think. It was either East or West Oklahoma. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely beautiful. Sorry, I don't know more about Oklahoma. I haven't been through there since I was about 12, but I remember it being beautiful. I do remember that. So, uh, yeah, let's see. Oh man, let's see. Big AC 72. Hey Chuck, any advice for my friend and I? We opened up a leather goods shop of the stuff we make. Wow, I am literally made of questions. Email me. Email me at Weaver. There's an email right on the opening page. Email me. Let me know where you are, and I'll see if I can add some advice. I'll see what I can do there. Uh Brian Hudson would love one out here in Portland. Ooh, Atlanta, Portland. That's going to be a tough decision. If Weaver went that way, I'd have to really think about that one. I'd love no time at all in the Northwest, but from what I see and hear, I think I'd love it. I think I would love it. Oh, anyway, I know. I know. Back over here. Back over here. No need to go to this. Great comments, right? This is just backup. I mean, I'm right this thinking, I need to put something into this, right? Some tricks or tips or something, right? Well, but that's what that is. And we've got a bunch of stuff to look at over here. So, in fact, I tell you what, I'm going to read a couple more, then we'll jump over to a good point. How about that? So, all kinds of, yeah, Rich C, come on to Oregon, Chuck. Oh, Crater Lake, love to see it. I just love to see the whole state. I've been Washington, Oregon, Northern California, been to Southern Cal, long time ago visiting family, loved it. But I really want to see Northern California and Oregon and Washington. Oh, been to Wyoming, hadn't been to Montana. Been only about 60 miles from Montana, but I hadn't been there. So I want to see every one of them. I want to see every state. Anyway, the people. That's what Got to go to Germany, loved it. Drank every kind of beer I could, ate every kind of broad I could find. But I'll tell you, the people are they make it. Went to the museums, went to the castles, loved it. Right. Yeah. Neuschwanstein and Hohenschwangau. Wow. They actually had cannonballs hanging on the wall that were shot at the castle as Napoleon went past the castle. It, we don't have history like that here. We really don't. Well, sort of into that, but anyway, how cool. I love the people and the food. That's why I go. I mean, museums, blah, blah, all the history. Yeah, yeah. Let's eat something and let's visit. That's the point, right? So, anyway, I'll get up to the Northwest here soon. I promise that. Uh, yeah, okay, Stall Rev. Billy Blaze, I didn't see your comment, Billy. Let's see, but Stall Rev. You ain't lying, Northeast Texas. Humidity. I think it's actually over what the temp is. No kidding. Um, Carl, come to Louisiana, Chuck. We'll feed you. Oh, yeah, baby. I bet. Mud bugs, one of my favorites. Oh, Cajun. Oh, man. Seafood. I'm on my way. Right. I've got my keys somewhere. I'll be there in an hour. Yeah. I'll be there in 8.5 hours exactly. So, anyway, mention food or friendly people. I'm on the way. Yeah. So, anyway, uh, oh, night for today. I finished my new bench for leather cutting. I think you mentioned this. Did you mention this last time we got together? Haven't worked on it since. Ah, crap. That's like cleaning your shop. I did kind of a good shop cleaning, got the shop back out. Right. I have to shop back the tables and the floor, right? Because anyway, uh, yeah, that's funny because you get this all beautiful, clean shop everywhere. Everything has a place, everything in its place. You're all ready to go. Now you don't know what to do. That's uh, it comes to you. It comes to you. And then 15 minutes into that project, freaking shop's a mess. Why did I go to the trouble to clean? Yeah, that's what I have noticed. If you're doing like production, you cut everything, you clean the table, you punch everything, everything stays nice and clean. But when you do one project, us crafters, we do one project at a time. Oh man, it's about 3 minutes before the pile of crap ends up on the right, only because I'm right handed, ends up on the right end of my cutting table. It's a pile of groovers and edgers and scraps and the little pieces that come off when you edge and you groove. And there might be a straight edge, a couple of pins in there, a couple of small animals. I don't know. But it's easier just to leave it because I know where everything is, right? And I don't want to walk. I'm not gonna edge. I'm not gonna, okay, I need to edge this panel. We'll walk all the way over to my tool rack, get my edger, walk all the way back, edge, walk all the way back up, put it. I'm just not gonna do that. It's not gonna happen. So the pile of crap ends up on the right side of my table. It works for me, right? Does it work for us? Because we know where everything is, right? Yeah. So uh, anyway, oh Lord. I thought the humidity was bad in Missouri until I spent a week in Louisiana. Yeah, I grew up in Houston. Grew up with it. It's just part of it. So I went back. I moved to Atlanta, got a job at Turner Broadcasting, moved to Atlanta about 6 months. I went back for a friend's wedding. And that was in the day. Crap. Anyway, the flight pulls up on the tarmac and they, had the ladder. You just exit the plane on the tarmac. When they opened that door and I stepped into that heat, I couldn't believe it. It was so thick and hot, and you were instantly moist, and everything you own is moist. And it's like, man, I grew up with it, but it was amazing how little time it took to get away from that. When you walk back in it, it was absolutely nuts. Yeah, in Houston, you have 2 seasons, hot and not so hot. Right, yeah. It may rain a little bit more in one, a little bit less in the other, but that's all you got. Uh, so let's see, okay, Shane, when's the Armor series coming out? Not yet. Not Let me just, it's in negotiations. How about that? How about that? Because that's about 9 videos right in a row. Yeah. So, um, still in the works, Shane. Absolutely. And bless your heart for asking about it. Makes me feel good that somebody would be interested in my pattern. Um, it's a good pattern. It took me years to get it to where it is because I've been making them for 30 years and I kind of got to a point where I know what hurts and what works, right? Um, because one of these is 22 ounce and I mean, it's a Keiko leather. Man, is it heavy, but it's comfortable. Yeah, I could wear it all day. Okay. 10 years ago, I could wear it all day long. Little alcohol involved, which helps. But anyway, so, um, and that's another thing, drinking horns. And that's anybody that goes to rent fairs. If you see an upside down drinking horn, that's a sign of distress. Just like an upside down flag, sign of distress, that person needs help. Yeah, upside down drinking horn, sign of distress. Just mental note to self. Okay, anyway. All right, let's see. Uh, oh no, Ted Chase. But first off, thank you for serving. Absolutely. One of our heroes. When the Navy sent me to Guam, I think I actually stopped breathing when I stepped off the C-141. Did I just date myself? Yeah, I think I did too. Man. Anyway, yeah, oh, Billy Blaze, bless your heart. I don't feel worthy of that one. But bless your heart, I'd love to see the Armor series, honestly, to learn how to do it from the master. When we find the master, we'll ask him about it. Yeah, okay. uh, okay, Rich C, speaking of sleigh bells, do the Weaver ones sound good? The ones I get somewhere else were sad sounding. Yes, all the difference in the world. And I just moved. I just had one of the old that I made 20 years ago hanging right there. I just did a little redesign on the shop so I could hang my clicker dies on the wall. Oh, you're not going to believe the difference. Yeah, the cheap little craft store bells, they work. You can get them in brass plated, nickel plated. They suck. They'll work. They work. When you get the Weaver bells, you are going to be blown away by the difference in the quality. Much, much more expensive. But I mean, if you're putting 4 or 5 on a sleigh bell strap, it's not crazy. But the outcome that you get from that, all the differences, they're loud. They're real. These are the bells that go on sleigh, the strapping for sleigh horses, for sleighs, those things. That, yeah. Okay, let's move on from that one. Anyway, absolutely work. Order 4 or 5 of them. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They're loud and they're solid brass and they're heavy and they look good and they sound good. Yes. So thank you for letting me do a big sales pitch on our sleigh bells because fall's a coming. Oh, it's going to start cooling off. Days are already starting getting shorter, right? So let's see, June 20th, somewhere in there, the days actually start getting shorter, which I kind of hate because that seems a little bit early in the summer for that to happen. The other side of that is in December, the days start to get longer. So even though we got that winter coming up, there's a little bit of hope there because those days are just getting a little bit longer. It's like a minute a day, 45 seconds a day, something like that. It ain't much, but it's enough. It's enough, right? Springs are coming. Right now, falls are coming, and I couldn't wait. It's so hot. It's ridiculous. It's miserable outside. Um, and I now mow my own grass. We had a gentleman. I used to work 6 days a week, so we don't have a huge yard, and we don't have a yard that's worthy of yard people, right? But anyway, I was working 6 days a week, so got a guy to start doing our yard. He's got a little company that's growing. Bless his heart. Should. They're doing good work. They're great people. That's what should happen. The point is, he said, "Hey, I'll trade you leather. I'll trade you leather lessons for your yard work." Cool. So about a year, he was working with it. Giveaway time. I just, again, I thought it was like maybe 320, 330, something. Okay, so giveaway time for our winners. What you're going to do is you are going to email us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands, BRANDS, like a brand, weaverbrands.com. Supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. Okay. For our winner, who is Christopher Barnes, you're going to get a piece of fire veg. All right. Email us. We want to know what color you're going to get. And also, we need your name, address, and phone. We'll get that out from the mothership. Okay. Now we've got mugs going out. All right. So, Chris Barnes, congratulations on a piece of fire veg. You're going to love it. I hope you pick a really pretty color there. Excuse me. All right. Now for our mugs, Weaver coffee mug. We've got five names. We've gotten 5 names here. Okay. So Tim Wagster, congratulations on a coffee mug. Mark, Erica, Scott Clark, and Hattercat. All right. I'll read those again. Tim Wagster, Mark, Erica, Scott Clark, and Hattercat. So all y'all, same thing. Email us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. And for y'all, we need name, address, and phone number. And I'm sure those will go out probably in just the next 2 days, probably at most. Congratulations. I hope you drink a good hot cup of coffee in your shop. I hope you drink that coffee and have a great time with it. Oh, very cool, y'all. Congratulations to everybody on those. All right. We just keep running out of time. We're going to go a little bit long today because, again, let's go through this because there's some information here, and I want to make these lives worth your time, worth your time. On one hand, it's just nice to get together with other leather crafters. We're kind of lone wolves. So it's nice to get together with people that speak our language and talk and laugh and tricks and tips and things like that. So here's one that I think, to me, there's some essentials to have in our shop that are typically not leather related, like groovers or edgers or clickers. These are just random things that, to me, are a huge help in our shop. Okay. Shop vac. And we don't need a big one. Let's see. Okay. Miriam's got it. Let's see. Can you show the fire veg again for Billy Blaze? Yeah. Okay. So these are the 2 colors I have. I didn't get all the colors in shop. I got my 2 favorites. I don't actually know what these colors are, but we can always jump back to the video. That's a knee pouch, and it'll have the inset there that tells us exactly the color. Oh, the blue. Oh, and I'll tell you what I think. That color combination for a bag or purse or pouch, so many ways to go. That is absolutely beautiful combination. So, Billy, hope that works for you. Got a nice grain to those too. They really do. That's a pretty piece of leather. Okay, so we got that. Okay, we've got that. So back over to just some essentials for a good shop. These are all things that help me out in my shop all the time. Well, first off, a shop bag. Don't have to get one of these big 400. Mine is just a cheap little shop bag from one of the big box stores. I don't even know if I spent $80 on it or whatnot. Like 20 years ago, thing is still going. But for just general cleanup, like on my work table, we get all those little pieces and parts and strings and whatnot. Flip that baby on and mow across our work table is perfectly clean. Also, if we ever cut hair on, what hair explodes from the hair-ons. Shop bag, move it across there, done, clean, ready to go again. Now this one is not a big necessity, but for me, a dehumidifier. Never had one in my shop, and the only reason I bring this up is I've got a pretty big shop. I've got my weaver shop, I've got my shop, and then on the very end, I've got my drums and my model railroad and another. The point is, in the southeast, humidity is a problem. Our tools are going to rust, and I've got a couple of tools that have a little bit of rust on them. So I did get the dehumidifier for my shop. We got our AC was down, got that until the AC folks could get here. Point is, I brought that downstairs, I don't know if we can see it. I've got a gallon jug over there. Turned on my dehumidifier, I bet within 45 minutes that I had a gallon of water. I can't believe how much moisture that sucked out of the air in my shop. So if you've got a bigger shop or medium shop, just a small, cheap dehumidifier might work. But also, it's not just a dehumidifier. I actually got it because it's an air conditioner and it doubles as a dehumidifier. So, um, huge help to me. All right, C clamps. This is one we might not think about, and I like the big ones, but it's great to get. They have like these packs that's got like maybe 3 sizes in them. I use these everywhere, mainly like with a smaller work table. We've got edgers or we've got a skiver or whatever. I can C clamp. This is our edger, easy edger. I can C clamp this down to my table, edge, take it off, put it away. And now I've got my whole table back again. But there's so many places I use these C clamps. And in fact, I think we've got a video on all the places we can use those. But major help to me. Um, this one's a cool one. And this is getting more and more important to me for those of us that are getting a little bit older. Light on our project. First off, it's always been a problem. Like if you ever try to mark black leather, yeah, good luck with that. But this is such an easy little fix. These are just little belt. I mean, you can see I've been using these forever. And in fact, I don't know if we can see. Yeah, right there. I've got 2 posts on either side of my tooling surface. And I've got these little clamp lights or bell lights. Same thing. I've got them on either side. And I've got all the light I need on that. But if you just make, you don't have to make a little T. This was just made out of 2x4 scraps. These clamp to anything. The point is we can put this anywhere where we need a little extra light. If we're doing assembly or we're cutting, they're cheap and they're easy, but also, yeah, it's starting to warp. Like, how many years has this been on here? That's our pattern sheeting, and I've got it on all of my lights, on all the lights in my weaver shop and over here. That diffuses the light. That's our pattern sheeting. Makes a great pattern, but that diffuses the light. And in fact, over here, I've got one on each side because when I swivel, I've got light from this side, but when I switch over to a stamp, now I've got this side. We don't have to. We can move this back and forth if we only have one. But what a huge help in my shop. Um, and here's one more. Oh boy. Cheap, but so helpful. This is that we see these probably at I might not say convenience stores, but like pharmacies and hardware stores. I think this is technically an eyeglass repair kit, but this has got just the most tiny little screwdrivers, which are great for like showing our swivel knife. We've got a little bitty screw in there to change the blades. Here's the one place I can't do without these. In fact, let me take this off. Who does the tip screws? Oh, yeah. We're going to do this belt. I'm dying to do this belt. Filigree cut, feathers, carved feathers, filigree cut. Anyway, those little screws, tip screws, if you sneeze, they leave. They're like that big. But that's the only thing I find that has a screwdriver small enough, and it's perfect. And that just screws those little things right in, no issue. So, again, I think it's technically an eyeglass repair kit. I think that's what they call it. They're like $6. I mean, absolutely worth it. You put one set screw in, it's paid for itself. So anyway, that's just some of the stuff that to me are just a big help to me in my shop. That aren't necessarily leather related. I know I'm checking them off, so I know next time we talked about that. So anyway, some essentials, so many more. If that's popular, we'll do more. Absolutely, we'll do more. Life on the trail. This just happened to catch my eye. I want to learn this craft so much. I'm retiring soon and looking for something fun to do. Life on the trail, you can't pick a better craft. Very little money to get involved, and you can make 10,000 things. You can sell some stuff if you want. Do a little booth at a craft show. Make gifts for family, your grandkids, kids, friends, coworkers, neighbors. Holy crap. You're going to love Leathercraft, and you're going to be surprised at what you can do with the stuff you have in your toolbox and virtually no skill. No skill in the Leathercraft because right off the bat, you're cutting and you're punching holes. Setting a rivet is a breeze. And from there, Nothing but all. Oh, I know. I know I get excited because that's my strength, getting people into Leathercraft. Because if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I promise you that. If you spent a day with me in my shop, you'd go, I see what you mean. Because I can do some bonehead stuff. I really can. But oh, I hope you have a great time with it. You're absolutely going to love it. Oh, oh, so many comments here. Yeah, Bruce walked by a minute ago. Now there's a cloud of cat hair. Why would we ever bring those in the house? I don't know. Don't know. Um, Sierra Mooney, good call. Y'all, everybody, keep this in mind. Um, if y'all put it here, the boss is going to see it. So if there's things you want to see Weaver do or ideas, um, don't hesitate to put it in. Absolutely don't hesitate to put it in. Yet I got a fly too, Marty McFly. My shop like comes equipped with one fly, never two, never none. There's always one fly, and he is so interested in what I'm doing. I hadn't seen him. He might have escaped. So now I got to find another one. Anyway, okay. So we are quickly running out of time. Not really going to worry about it. Not really going to worry about it today. Oh gosh, Sierra Mooney. All right. While we're on jeweler's tools, I'm a watch technician. No kidding. And cannot recommend digital calipers enough in the leather shop. Never thought about it. Good one. That is what the lives are about. Trading ideas, techniques. Sarah, thank you for that one. Absolutely. Good one. Uh Billy Blaze. Chuck, have you ever thought about making your own calfskin drum heads? I have not. I use Remo. I've always used Remo. Um, wow. What an idea, though. And I want to cover a funny story. Years ago, 20 years ago, I was taking drum lessons. And one of the guys at the drum store said, I want to cover my drums in hair on cow. Cool. So he bought 2 hides and we covered his drums in hair on cow. I have been wanting to do that. I've got an 8-piece, so it's going to take a lot of cows to cover my drums. Boy, was that cool. Oh, and the next step, how about veg tan with some tooling? Some Celtic knots in between the lugs. Oh, man. Don't get me started here. Don't get me started here. Stick bag is on my freaking list and has been for 10 years. I got like 6 or 8 different great designs because you got to hang them on your floor, Tom. So you lose a stick, you got another one immediately. But also transporting and drum stool. The seat on a drum stool, right? Okay. Back to where we were. Okay. Thank you. Billy. I'm going to remember all of that. I will remember it in 2 weeks before I'm prepping for the next live. I'm going to go through all these and I'll write a lot of this down. Let's see. Yo, Billy, throughout the history of drumming, the heads were always made out of skin. And I've always, so your instruments, I mean, you've only got 3 sounds: wood, metal, and skin or hide, because drums are hide and wood, guitars, all the strings, metal and wood, and then all your winds, reeds and metal, and yeah, I mean, we've written prior to synthetic, right, yeah, the Moogs and all that and whatnot. Anyway, Don Ward, I just set up at my first show. Man, best of luck to you. Nothing big as I shared a space with someone else. Okay, that's fine. However, I did um make my first sale. Oh, that's gotta feel good. You're professional. Officially, are a professional leather crafter. Um, it may have been my only sale that day, but I didn't care. I was happy. Very, very cool. Yeah, good job. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that you sell another something. There you go. I hope so. Uh, that's cool idea, Bridget. And it looks like we got a Weaver Supply um comment there. Has anyone considered having a Zoom hangout where we are just working in our shops like study buddies? That's a cool idea. A lot of thought to go into that to make it work, configurations and camera and whatnot. That's Bridget. Cool idea on that one. Uh oh, Kevin Wise. Utopia, Texas, Hill Country. Hill Country. Um, oh, close to God. Yes, the flood. That's still on my mind. But boy, I love the Hill Country. Hamilton Pool. I bet that's familiar. Hamilton Pool on the Pedernales. Yeah, we used to camp there a lot. Now I'm dating myself, but we camped there when there wasn't anything there. It was just a place. There was a dirt road to it. And we camped way out in the back near the Pedernales. Good days, good days. Hadn't been back there in years. Anyway, um, oh man, oh, just all kinds of y'all, Conrad. Oh yeah, hello, beautiful people. Zoom meetup, absolutely. Oh y'all, so much. Let's wrap it up for this week because now my mind is on a couple of different things. Zoom. How can we do? How can we do that? How can we do that? Let's all get together and work on our prospective projects. We could chat to each other. We could look at what others are doing, comment, say that's beautiful. My mind is on that. That's a cool idea, Bridget. Yes. Um. Oh, you're kidding. Chip neighbors. My cousin lives just downstream from Hamilton Pool. Yeah, Bill. It was a big cavern, um, saucer-shaped cavern that eventually half of it caved in. So you've got this huge. I mean, it's like 100 feet, 80 feet, and around the pool, there's big waterfall into this beautiful crystal clear pool. Well, all the way around, it comes to a point. We've camped under there, if you can believe it. And then it levels out into this creek that goes down this rocky valley, crystal clear water. It joins the Pedernales, crystal clear water, these big rocky cliffs with grassy areas that come. That's what we're talking about. Hamilton Pool. Got to move on from that. I know. Great. I've got pictures from Hamilton Pool from the mid 80s, if you can believe that. All right. So, anyway, man, I got so much stuff over here that we didn't talk about. Okay. Well, here's one because this is funny. Have you ever made a project and it just came out so spectacular and you can't do it again? Can't do it. Can't pull it off. Using exactly the same everything. Can't make it happen. Here's mine. This is my chestnut. Love these bowls. We did a video on these, making leather bowls. The fall leaf has always been one of my absolute all-time favorite projects because that's cool, right? And I don't know if we can see it that well, but I can't do it again. Cannot do it again. Can't do it again. I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't know why. I use the same leather, the same dye, the same freaking pen, the same color of spray paint, the same top coat. Can't make it happen. Can't do it. Can't pull it off with this equipment. Makes me absolutely bat crap crazy. Okay. Anyway, all right. So we're going to wrap it up. We still got stuff to talk about here, but we're going to wrap it up. Congratulations to everybody that got a coffee cup. I hope you will drink your coffee in good health in your shop while you're working on a project. Yeah. So, and we'll work more towards the garb, the weaver merc. Right. So we'll work more towards that. And we'll just get into some of this next time. We'll just get into some of this next time. Um, at Billy Blaze, bless your heart, have an incredible day, Chuck and fam. That's exactly right. I hope you all have an air conditioner shop and a rack full of leather and tools. Oh man, I just want to keep going. Chip neighbors, Chip, thank you for jumping in. That just brought back some great memories. We camped at Hamilton Pool so many times. Beautiful part of Texas. Absolutely. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap it up at this point. We'll do this again in 2 weeks. I didn't even get the note. No, all right, wait, we got to do this. All right, notes from the boss because I got to keep my job. Yeah. All right, starting tomorrow, we are running a special where Punch Points rewards members get 5 times the points on hardware. If you're not signed up, make sure you do. Absolutely. Very cool. Y'all, thank you for making this what it is. Bless your hearts. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a great evening, great second half of your week, great weekend. I hope you have something great on your work table. And even more than that, I hope it comes out beautifully. Absolutely. Y'all, it's absolutely the highlight of my week. Thanks for spending this time with me. Love y'all more than you know. Thanks for great comments, great questions, great tips, tricks, techniques. Tina Dennis, Soulless, y'all, Bob Z, Joe South, Wayne. I hate to even say goodbye, but I'm so glad that you jumped in. Means the world to say hello right back. Absolutely. Again, love y'all. Have a great evening. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, y'all.